working together in Chicago parks, fostering partnerships and alliances. Welcome to Chicago at Play.
Champions of their neighborhood parks, advisory councils are the lifeblood of the Park District, a link between corporate dollars, elected officials, and the growing needs of their community.
Advisory councils want to see their parks become better, and they want to make sure their parks are utilized to their full potential, and they really represent the needs and the desires of the community.
Two shining examples of powerful partnerships between advisory councils and the Park District are the Douglas Park Reading and Learning Center and the state-of-the-art playground at Mount Greenwood Park.
The Advisory Council at Douglas Park has brought a tremendous amount of new programming and just innovation to the park itself. One of the main things is the new computer lab it was formed in a partnership with the Chicago Bulls and the Douglas Park Advisory Council.
We all just sat around and said, hey, what is it that we could get at the park that would make a big impact for the kids that we can get donated? And I knew that the Chicago Bulls has a charity where they give back to different communities, and they were looking for 2 communities to give a computer lab to and also to refurbish a library. And we were in a pool of, I think, 6 or 7 other locations that they were going to do, and they chose us. The Chicago Park District is very receptive to us trying to help get additional programming, get additional sponsorships and donations for things that in this economy they otherwise wouldn't be able to do. So to go out and say, hey, we'll try to get a sponsor to do it, and then the Park District say, hey, that's a great idea, we'll help you with any letters of support or any meetings that you need to have or any way that we need to help you in order to get that, we will definitely do that.
The Park District solicits support from advisory councils when confronted with capital improvement projects, many of which are park playgrounds. The Mount Greenwood Advisory Council was born out of a neighborhood's desire to rehab an outdated playground.
This playground really came together through a collaboration between the local community groups, the elected officials, both state and local, as well as the Chicago Park District. It's a terrific example of public-private partnership at its best.
Through this grassroots efforts, the community stepped forward and said, we will help you. And they did on absolutely every level. They came to meetings, they offered input. Their kids raised money with dress down days at school. We sold pride bracelets for the neighborhood. From the ground on up, they supported us every step of the way.
With the economic status right now, it's also affecting the Park District, so it's really crucial that we partner with different organizations, different advisory council, different sponsorships to get a project up and rolling. And that's one of the things that the advisory council did.
The Park District helped us by putting us in contact with people who could help us. Coles Cares for Kids was somebody they had success with winning grants for park projects such as ours. So we reached out to them and won a $10,000 grant. They were instrumental in helping us to approach elected officials. They kind of gave us the roadmap about how to proceed raising this kind of money.
And the result of that is a state-of-the-art facility, fully accessible to all types of users. It draws from a large community, and we're really proud of the results.
There are currently more than 100 advisory councils in operation, but with more than 500 parks, there is a strong desire to establish advisory councils at every park. For information on joining or creating an advisory council, go to chicagoparkdistrict.com.
The partnerships with advisory councils have benefited the Park District tremendously. We've gotten a lot of new programs, a lot of upgrades and improvements to our parks that we otherwise would not have been able to do on the Park District budget alone.
It's very exciting to see the projects come to fruition, to see the kids in the computer lab, to see the kids in the Positive Teen Lounge, and to have a safe space where they can learn and where they can grow is just the best feeling ever.
We've relied on park advisory councils for quite some time, and we appreciate all of the efforts that they've done, and we hope to continue partnerships in the future.